Malaysia is a country in the southeastern part of Asia. The Malay Peninsula and the Sarawak and Sabah provinces from the island of Borneo are all parts of Malaysia. The Malay Peninsula is called West Malaysia and Sarawak Sabah provinces are called East Malaysia. The South China Sea lies between the peninsula and the island of Borneo. Thus, the sea divides the country in two parts. Let us begin with extent and boundaries of Malaysia. Malaysia lies between 1 degree 3 minutes to 7 degrees 30 minutes north latitudes and 99 degrees 40 minutes to 119 degrees 15 minutes east longitudes. This country is in the equatorial region. Thailand is to the north of West Malaysia, South China Sea to the east, Singapore to the south, and the Strait of Malacca to the west and southwest. The entire East Malaysia is on the Borneo Island. South China Sea is to its north and northwest, Sulu Sea to the northeast, and Celebes Sea to the east. Indonesia is to the south of East Malaysia. The tiny country of Brunei lies between the Sarawak and Sabah provinces. Physical features. The central part of West Malaysia is hilly and there are small plains near the coast. The Banjaran Titiwangsa mountain ranges in this part run north-south. They are about 1,500 meters high in the north and slope down towards the south. See the figure. The Johor Hills towards the south are about 150 meters high. Rivers having their source here are short in length. Pahang is the longest river. It meets the South China Sea at the east coast. Perak is a river which flows southwards and meets the Strait of Malacca. Most of East Malaysia is occupied by mountains. Mount Kinabalu is 4,101 meters from Sabah province is the highest peak in Malaysia. The Kinabatangan River in Sabah is useful for navigation. Gunung Murud is 2,423 meters is another high peak in Sarawak. Rajang is the longest river here. We shall now study about the climate. Malaysia is very close to the equator. Hence, the climate here is very hot. We do not find different seasons here. Though the temperature is generally very high, it is quite low in the mountainous regions. It rains throughout the year in Malaysia. The climate is humid. The average annual rainfall is about 2,500 millimeters. The rainfall is maximum, that is about 6,000 millimeters in the region of Pegunungan Iran in Sarawak. Vegetation. In Malaysia, equatorial evergreen forests are found. The trees in these forests are mainly oak, ebony, mahogany, teak, rubber, etc. Various types of mangroves are found on the coastline. Next is animals. Monkeys, deer, wild boars, rhinoceros, elephants, bears, tigers are the animals found in these forests. The orangutan species of monkeys is a tourist attraction here. There are crocodiles in the rivers. As this country lies in the equatorial region, we see a lot of biodiversity here. But the rubber plantations, extensive farming, and the tourism pose a threat to this biodiversity. Many plant and animal species are on the verge of extinction. This is the main ecological problem in Malaysia. Special efforts are being made to protect and conserve the endangered species. Let us study about occupations of Malaysia in detail. Agriculture. Malaysia is an agricultural country. The hot and humid climate and heavy rainfall create favorable conditions for extensive rice farming. Coconuts and palm fruits are also produced on a large scale. This country is foremost in exporting palm oil. There are rubber plantations on the slopes of the mountains. In addition, spices like black pepper, cloves, etc. are also produced here. Fisheries. Both the parts of Malaysia have a long coastline. Hence, fishing is an important occupation here. Besides marine fishing, fishing is also carried on in rivers, canals, lakes, etc. in Malaysia. Different types of fish like billies, udang, dehal, etc. are found here. Trawlers, synthetic nets, mechanized boats are used to increase the quantity of fish caught. Mining. There are mineral deposits of gold, tin, iron ore, copper, bauxite, etc., as well as deposits of petroleum. These minerals are important from the point of view of trade. Malaysia is foremost in the production of tin. Industries. Making various articles from rubber is an important industry here. Other different types of industries in the country include drying of fish, sealing them in airtight tins, extracting oil from coconuts and palm fruits, making different articles from cane and bamboo, making logs, planks, boards and furniture from wood, weaving cloth, etc. Occupations based on petroleum are growing here. Traditional energy resources like wood and charcoal are used in Malaysia. At the same time, natural gas is also being used as a source of energy. Due to heavy rains throughout the year, there are hydroelectric projects for generation of electricity. Trade. Malaysia carries on trade mainly with the United States of America, Japan, Singapore, Australia, France, India, Thailand, and Russia. Malaysia imports food grains, sugar, chemicals, iron and steel, textiles, etc. And it exports rubber articles, wood and wooden articles, tin, coconuts, palm oil, pineapples, electrical gadgets, petroleum, etc. Transport. As most of Malaysia is hilly, there has not been much development in the means of transport. Recently, roads and railways have been constructed through the mountain ranges. Hence, transport is become easier. Sea routes have been developed because of the long coastline. Kelang, Melaka, Kuantan are the main ports in the country. Kuala Lumpur and Johor Bahru have international airports. We shall now study the human life in Malaysia. Population is dense along the coastline and the plains in this country. Comparatively, population is sparse in the mountainous regions. The people of nomadic tribes like Semang and Sakai live in the mountains. A large number of Malays live mainly on the plains. There are also people of Chinese and Indian origin living here. Malay is the national language of Malaysia. English, Chinese and Tamil are also in use here. Soccer and horse racing are the popular sports here. The staple diet of the people consists of rice, coconut, fish and various fruits. Let us study about tourism and important cities in Malaysia. Tourists come here in large numbers to see the Malaysian beaches, evergreen forests on the mountains, lakes and the beauty of the nature. The marine life and colorful corals here are also very popular. Putrajaya. Putrajaya is Malaysia's newly set up administrative capital. It is a very modern city. As there are many gardens in this city, it is also called a city of gardens. In this city, we see a wonderful confluence of nature and computer technology. Therefore, it has become a tourist attraction. Kuala Lumpur. This is the financial capital of Malaysia. This city is located in Kinta Valley, which is famous for tin and rubber production. It is an industrial and trading center. It has an international airport. Tourists come here to see the world-famous Twin Towers. Georgetown. This city is located on an island. It is famous for its tin industry. Perak. This city is situated on the banks of the river Perak. The major iron ore mine in this country is located here. Nia. This is an important city on Borneo Island. The major oil field of the country is in this region. Let us study in detail about Mulu Cave. Mulu Cave is recognized as the biggest cave in the world. It is located in the Sarawak region of East Malaysia. This cave is formed in the Limestone province. Its length is 32 kilometers and breadth 5 kilometers. Many wonderful natural sculptures are found here. Many tourists visit these caves to see the stalactites, stalagmites, and other limestone structures that form naturally.